All right, welcome to the stream, everybody. Good morning. Road to Zion. Welcome back. I recognize you, brother. I recognize you. Welcome. Cruising through Kentucky right now, making my way to Morgantown. I've got to drop this load. I got my ABS light came on my trailer this morning. Before, when I'm on the road and my ABS light would come on, I would go back there and unplug it. But this trailer will not allow me to get up into the guts of that and unplug it, so I don't know what I'm going to do. I can tell you I got a big freaking bright light on the side of my trailer that tells everyone that I've got ABS issues. And that is a horrible message to give everyone, especially the Department of Transportation. I've got a freaking cop car. It could be DOT behind me, next to me. Coincidentally, it has a headlight out. I can't tell if it's DOT or if it's police. But, I mean, it's back there, and I can see that it's got a headlight. Wouldn't it be interesting? He pulls me over to give me a ticket for my ABS light when he himself is missing headlight. Oh, he's starting to pass me though, so. All right. That cop car has seen better days. It looked like the bumper was a little smashed on it. It's got the lights on it though. Oh, yeah. Appreciate you out there, Sweden. So welcome to America. Seven, 777. I caught that. Now it's 77778 subscribers. It was all sevens a second ago. Beautiful. I like Pilot Flying J. That's my favorite. Love's would have been my favorite because they built a brand new one next to my house and it's real easy to fuel. But I had about $500-600 in points rewards on Pilot, and they disappeared one day for Pilot Flying J, and I was panicking. I was mad. I was like, "What the hell? Screw this! I'm going to Love's." And so I contacted Flying J and said, "Hey, I want my points back. Investigate." The app says they're being used out of California, and I'm only running over here. So they investigated, and they gave my points back. But during this process, I'm like, "Screw you guys! I'm going to Love's." And Love's, I was using Love's for this period of time, and Love's is like, you can't use your points unless you confirm your email address. I'm like, well, send me a freaking email or something for me to confirm. Oh, we cannot do that, sir. Then, well, I got into an argument with them, and every time I go to Love's during this time, they're like looking at me like I'm an idiot. Like, why aren't I what? I got the card. I hand you the card. I want to get some free coffee or something. Like they give me a Flying J. Well, we can't do it until you confirm. I'm like, well, just send me the So I don't use Love's unless I have to. I don't like I'm accumulating points in Love's, but I can't use them, and they won't give me any perks or anything for being there, like showers or any of that stuff, because I didn't confirm my email address. They're like, bitch, I'm on the phone with you. I talked to them in person. Yeah. Last night I went to Flying J, and I'm like, I'm going to be there at about 10 o'clock at night. There's not going to be any parking, so I better reserve a spot, and I'll pay the $18. So I paid the $18 to reserve a spot, and I get there. There's no freaking spots. I went inside and said, did I do something wrong? Because I reserved a spot, but there isn't any spots. They go, oh, we don't do reserved spots. They're all free today. And I'm like, what? So we need to tell the company to stop letting people pay for parking, because we're not charging for parking right now because it was construction. And I'm like, well, I don't even know what I'm supposed to do. They go, well, we refund your money and we apologize. They asked me, are you out of time on your clock? I said, yeah, I've got probably 10 minutes left on my clock. I timed it perfectly getting here. Just enough time for a post trip. And they apologized. They looked at each other. One walked away as if, they said this is the second time in the last 10 minutes someone came in there asking where they're supposed to park. And so I walked out. I get in my truck. I'm like, man, I'm screwed. And I see the dude coming out of the place, and he's looking around, and I'm like, I'm making it obvious that I'm there, like shuffling. And he goes, oh, and he walks over to me and goes, hey, you can park right there. And he pointed like right there in front of the front, like primo, right there next to the street. He's like, you can park right there, just don't block where my fuel trucks come in. And I'm like, what the fuck? I gained the VIP service here, and I got the refund. It was amazing, because I really felt like I was crapped on. And that today is like a week ago, I reserved parking down in the city. I don't remember where it was, but I reserved parking. When I got there was no parking. And so rather than going in and complaining about it, I was really tired. I just pulled over to the side of the road and slept. And I lost that $18. This time, I didn't mind if I lost the $18 as long as I got a place to park. But man, it was really, really nice. Yeah, it was in Kentucky. It was in Kentucky. I'm in Kentucky right now. I know that's what you meant, though. I thought I'd just do a callback to what I was talking about before. I know nobody really cares what I'm saying, but it was really nice of them to come out looking for me, knowing that I was in a bad spot, and offering me a parking spot. And I've only got a 45-foot trailer with me today. I usually have a 53-foot trailer. And it wouldn't have fit. And the spot they wanted me to park, it wouldn't have fit if I would have been in that 53-foot trailer. I only fit because I was in the 45-foot. And it was like somebody up above was telling that guy to not let me go on that road. And he was calling me into a safe space. And that's huge. Kentucky has good people. Real good people. I've never had a bad experience in Kentucky. Well, the $18 isn't necessarily for, I don't know, they're usually the best spots in the truck stop. They flipped over to reserved, and I freaking hate the idea that they do this, but then when I look at it from a professional driver's standpoint and think, I'm going to drive 600 miles right now, and I'm going to get there late at night, and there's not going to be any parking at all, and I would pay $18 so I can drive this 600 miles without having to worry about that. So when you're driving your truck and you don't know where you're going to park, the whole trip you're like, okay, I got it, and then fill in the blank different each time. But when you can pay that $18 and all day long you don't have that stress, it's like, man, I can forget about it. Well, the problem is the last 2 times I've done this, and I've only done it 3 times, was bad experiences as far as the availability. And it makes me not trust the system. Because I want to be able to just pay that $18. It's 18 is a lot of money because it's $18 for a shower too. So about $40 freaking dollars. Imagine doing this every night. You want to shower every night, park every night. That's not, I mean, who's making that kind of money? I don't even think an owner-operator would do that. Yeah, it's almost like you got to call. You call the truck stop first, and then you make sure that they do all the reserve parking, even though the app says, because you can go on the app and then in 2 seconds, boom, reserve. It's misleading, considering that the 4 truck stops that were local to this one that I passed to get there, because first off, I didn't know they were there when I reserved it. But as I'm almost there, and I'm like, got 10 minutes left on my clock, I'm like, and I'm passing truck stops. I'm like, oh, this might be a bad decision to pass these, because if I get there, and for some reason there's no parking, I'm not going to be able to make it to another truck stop. And this is laws that are put there for my safety by the holy power of the Department of Transportation. Man, I really, really, really wanted to do something good for those people there. But I'm just a stupid, low-life trucker. What can I possibly do good for these people for doing good for me? You know, that's how I felt when I was in the truck. It's like, man, they did not have to come out here and do that and then put me to park right in front of everyone that's out there. They're like, these guys are double and triple parked on most of this parking lot, so you have to really tight to get through there. And none of them decided to park in this spot, and then they offered me that spot, the golden child spot. Karma will come around to these people, and they're going to get what they deserve, and hopefully it's really nice for them today. Because what they did for me last night made it good for me today. Man, I hope I don't have to take some 2-lane highway for 57 miles. But I don't know the Midwest out here enough to know when my GPS is taking me down a road that's really tiny. I don't have that much experience out here. All of my growing up and all of my driving experiences on the West Coast. On the West Coast, in the desert, big open roads. All right. There's a Family Dollar and a Dollar Tree in the same freaking store. I thought they were rivals. Where the hell am I? All right, I see big rigs right there, which means I'm on something, but why the hell would I get out to 65? I don't freaking get it. not on the 65. This makes no sense, people. This is ridiculous. I need a new GPS. Alright, sorry, I was really distracted. My GPS. I need a new GPS. Mistakes like this are happening too often with this GPS. Makes absolutely no freaking sense.